So, originally I wanted to make a haha funny video where I talk about the S games like Hell's Kitchen. But then I decided to make a separate video on this one specific game. And thank God I did. The more I found out about it, the more confused I got. So strap in everyone. This is X Winddamn, the worst fighting game on the Nintendo DS. X Winddamn was developed by Successors Ninja Studio and released in 2008 for the Nintendo DS. And nothing else. It's a 2D fighting game with the promise of bringing traditional 2D fighting to the system, which is something that Guilty Gear and BlazBlue, two fantastic fighting game series by Arc System Works, didn't even try. Instead opting for spin-offs that were, objectively speaking, hot garbage. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. How about we check out the modes? There's Battle Mode, Training Mode, Versus Mode, Rankings, and Options. Let's go to the options first. You see this difficulty option right here? Yeah, it's a lie. It doesn't actually make the game any harder. It just makes it so you take more damage, and the enemies take less damage. Though I do find the option to change the enemy behavior in Training Mode interesting. Well, this is a fighting game, so I might want to get into the mechanics before I start to play the arcade mode. So how about we go to play around in the Versus Mode? Just kidding, the game only has online in the Versus Mode, so no. What you really have to do to play a regular round against a CPU opponent has to be one of the worst decisions I have ever seen a fighting game make, right next to the Guilty Gear Stripe Air Dash. No, what you have to do is go to the Training Mode, select a character, select an enemy, and play. Yeah, they put Versus Play and Training Mode in the same goddamn menu. If you want to play to train, however, now you have to put the enemy's behavior to stand. But unlike every other training mode, the enemies don't heal themselves and can be defeated like in a normal round. And once you defeat them twice, you get booted out of training mode. Now isn't that just a great design choice? Now let's get into the moveset. You can do a light punch, a heavy punch, you can jump by either pressing up or A button, jump mid-air, float, dash to the left, dash to the right, and you can crouch. And that's it for basic buttons. No kicks, no combined inputs, no nothing. There's command inputs and they're your basic Hados and dragon punches that work exactly the same for everyone. However, there is a catch. They barely ever work. It's unresponsive as hell and almost as bad as Street Fighter 1, but only almost. I've not been able to activate even a single super attack consistently. Especially not in the versus match. Anyway, let's go into the arcade mode. Here are our characters. As you can see, they're still free to be unlocked. We have Blonde Kirito, definitely not Zangief and Akuma's son. President of the world, maybe probably not. Bridget and Mila's illegitimate child. Tits, Dizzy, and yeah. What a beautiful and original cast of characters. And here's the cast after unlocking every character. There's Girl Naruto and Girl Sasuke. But there is still this one empty spot. You can hover over it, but nothing happens. Which is some of the worst things you can do. You don't just make it look like there's more when there isn't. It is bullshit. So to compensate, I have created my own character to fill the spot. His name is P-Man. He's super cool and he has fire powers and he smokes. And he also has no relation to any other character from any other video game and is totally original. Okay, well, maybe saying there isn't a secret 10th character is only half true. Because there actually is. He's the final boss of the arcade mode and his name is Lazuli. Wow, would you look at that? This amazing and original cool design, isn't it cool? Well, it would be cool if he wasn't only available in training mode. Now, he might also be available in the versus mode. However, as I do not own 2 copies of this god-awful abomination of a video game, I can't really test it, so... yeah, at least remove the icon from the arcade mode or something, I don't know. Now you might be wondering, okay HC, why are you talking about this shitty but also very basic fighting game nobody cares about? And it's a good question. It's because this game is not only one of the weirdest pieces of media I've ever played, but also it has absolutely no reason to exist. It came from a developer with incredibly little success, ironically enough, and even has characters from their other original game series. Izuna, the homeless ninja. Yeah, remember Naruto and Sasuke? That's them. But this in itself wouldn't be weird. No, the weird part is that this game actually had an American release. Kind of. Overseas, the game was published by Graffiti Entertainment, known for publishing games like Mazes of Fate DS, Shepherd's Crossing 2 DS, and Reader Rabbit Kindergarten. What an illustrious library of games, surely everybody knows! The game was only sold for a very short time and could only be purchased from online retailers, making it kind of rare. However, I don't think you should be paying anything that's more than 2 cents for this piece of trash. So don't even bother going out to get a copy. It's not worth your time and especially not your money. I think after that dump, it's time to do the one thing I've been trying to avoid the entire thing so far. Let's actually play the arcade mode. In the English version this time, so you can follow the text or whatever. I'll just show you how a single round of Daemon X Machina usually looks like. This is the most effective way to play the game. Don't even bother doing anything else. It will all only lead to your ultimate failure. The CPUs are actually developed to discourage any form of strategic play. Every combo they'll just cheap out of. Every attack you make will be super countered. There's literally no point in trying to do absolutely anything. To top it all off, let's just have a quick little look at the UI. As you can very clearly make out, it's all over the place. The timer, life and win count, as well as the portrait for the characters are all fairly obvious, but the rest requires some explaining. This weird circle thing here is your super meter. Having it be blue means you can use your first super attack, and having it be orange means you can use your second super. Though both are executed in the exact same way, the only difference being you press either A or Y. Meanwhile, this weird bar on the far left/right is your glide/dash meter. And who could have guessed, if it's empty, you can't glide or float or whatever you want to call it, or dash until it's refilled. Though it refills so quickly that it basically means nothing. The game looks passable, I suppose. Characters aside, the sprite work overall is pretty decent for a DS game. The music, on the other hand, is passable at its best, and, well, just listen to this for what it sounds like at its worst.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
ほら、来た。
Yeah, you can thank me later for using better fighting game music. So in conclusion, is Grunty X Gundam good? No. Is it worth seeking out a physical copy? No. Should it exist? Oh hell no. Is it good to make fun of? I don't know, I couldn't tell ya. You tell me, I'm just the guy that made an entire video about this shit. See ya!